You're listening to the Bantering Bohs Show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, Bohs fans, it's your boy JR. Do you like to shop? Of course you do. Amazon is everything you need. I mean, literally, everything you need. From Amazon Fire tablets to the latest Blu-rays and video games, all you gotta do is just click on that Amazon banner on our website, thebanteringbohs.com. And if you really want to help us out and support the whole thing we got going on here, then please do us a favor. Do all your shopping through our Amazon page here at the Bantering Bohs. Thank you.
And we're on.
Oh, we are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
Power
Yeah.
on.
Better power up those snowblowers, boys.
Oh, yeah, ain't that the truth?
So, but in the meantime...
Well, first you got to thaw them out, de-ice them, then you got to go get them out.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the meantime, it's time for the weekly banter.
The banter.
Brought to you this week by... I don't know. Never mind. Just go for it.
Brought to you in part by the Hummus Corner in Owings Mills. Ladies and
Free
gentlemen,
plug there.
I like to think I was raised by a decent lady.
She's an awesome lady.
You know, there's some things she may have, had a lapse of judgment in. But one thing's for sure, she always implored were good manners, especially when it comes to being at the table. It seems to be some kind of a pandemic lately, because all I see are all these stupid memes about this problem that's going on. And I lived it, actually, at the Hummus Corner that I just gave the free plug to. I'm waiting for my sub, and there's a lady there who I believe just finished her sandwich. All she has left is a bag of chips. Now, anybody who hasn't been to this shopping center before, there's a liquor store about 9 spaces down from Hummus Corner. I could have heard this lady chewing from inside the frickin' liquor store.
Yum, 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 yum.
One chip. Close your damn mouth.
Breathe through your nose.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. That's perfect, I think.
Oh, man.
I recorded her on my phone.
Oh, good job there. Yeah.
Now oh my god, that's
Is that a dog licking his jowls? Or
that.
I think you left some stuff in there, pal. Left some cheese in there.
I would rather sit in Marley Station movie cinema and enjoy the homeless pee smell that comes from that movie theater than listen to somebody chew like that. Kind of wanted to. So I did the only thing I could though. While she's doing, these are good chips. These are amazing chips. Oh my gosh! I hope everyone knows. These are awesome. She gave me the stink eye and threw her bag away. So point was made. So, but yeah, that's pretty much
Okay.
You know, she must be one of the people who's getting ready for this crappy weather.
Okay. I was going to say...
she's saving up for the winter like a squirrel.
Did you... Because I went to the store, and you know what I happened to get? I happened to get some hummus.
Which brand?
Hummus and pita chips.
Oh, just, the typical hummus, you know.
So, but no, it...
Oh, crap.
That's not on there.
That's in the peanut gallery, goddamn it.
Yeah, we're not happy that he got hummus for some reason.
Yeah, that's okay. Technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to know about this unless James here. So,
Okay,
you
so-
can just play it. It's fine.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been living under a rock for the past few days, we got a guy in here.
This is Frank McDowell, my own TV station live in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Major winter storm is headed towards Maryland on Wednesday, March 4th, 2015, during nighttime hours. The storm is going to start off as rain. It's going to bring up to 20 plus millimeters of rain. Then it's going to change over to snow. It's going to bring around 20 centimeters of snow in Baltimore, Maryland, and Washington, D.C. and the surrounding areas. It's going to be a lot of rain. Then it's going to change over to snow. It's going to bring a lot of snow. So the streets, roads, highways, the interstate highways will be snow covered. It's going to be some blowing and drifting, so it's going to be some low visibility. Driving will be treacherous in the state of Maryland, especially in Baltimore, Maryland, and Ocean City, Maryland on Thursday, March 5th, 2015. It's going to bring a lot of snow in the state of Maryland, especially in Baltimore.
So you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, from our weather studio
in Nova Scotia.
and in Nova Scotia. Very appreciate that there, whatever the hell your name is. Those pesky Canadians, but hey, they got it right. So,
They got something right. It wasn't him.
It, it certainly wasn't Brian Adams.
To describe that guy, if you ever saw a scary movie, he's doofy.
This is the Bantering Bohs Show. Brian Thomas, the movie buff. From movie news and reviews to the most useless movie facts you don't need to know. Brian is the true connoisseur of Hollywood. Brad Beals, the video game guru. From the latest trending gaming reviews to highlights of the best games you're not playing. There's a reason we call him Game Genie. James Revere, the sports fanatic. From game recaps to stats to insight on the latest sports controversies. Move over, Bob Costas. JR will run you over. And now, here are your hosts, the Bohs.
Oh, you boys, you crack me up, I'll tell you. Welcome, everyone, to the Bantering Bohs Show. My name is Brian Thomas, and joining me, as always, is the rest of the Bohs, Mr. James Revere.
What's up?
And Mr. Brad Beals.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Ooh, not too bad.
That's good. This is the show where we recap the latest news and hot topics in video games, sports, and movies, and then banter about them. It is March 4th, 2015. Another wintry night and
It's gonna snow.
another cold night in hell. What can I say? But we are here to entertain you as always.
Thanks, Ollie.
Yeah. So,
Ice mix, rain, the apocalypse.
yeah. Enough of that. Yes. Baltimore, D.C., Virginia, Pennsylvania listeners. Yes. Be advised, there is snow about to happen. Where
We are
you
living the Disney movie that's out. Jesus.
God no.
Whoever ticked off Elsa, please go give her a makeup cookie. If you see Olaf, kick him in the face.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, how you boys doing?
Doing good, man.
Ooh, yeah.
Welcome back to everybody from last week. Lots and lots of news to get to tonight. I hope.
No, it's like one thing.
I don't know about lots,
Yeah.
but fun.
Technically, we're recording a day early, you know.
As if we needed to be hamstrung anymore.
Yeah. Give the boys a text message, shoot the friendly text message this week. Boys, why don't we record Wednesday? What? What?
One day earlier. Yeah, about that.
Well, I don't know. It shouldn't be too bad if what?
Yeah. We're going to record Wednesday instead of Thursday.
But no
Yeah.
longer Thursday.
It's hump day, damn it.
Hump day.
Wasted Wednesday.
Wasted Wednesday, yeah.
So, without further ado.
Hump day. What?
Speaking of wasted, let's go to the police blotter.
Yes! Oh, I'm so happy. I'm really happy. Hold
Actually,
on.
this one, I'm not even upset about this one because I don't even know who the hell this guy is.
Makes it even better.
It's like
Is he the water boy?
he
Probably could
may
be.
as well have been. It was like, oh my god, another Raven's been arrested. Who is it? Victor Hampton.
Who?
Is that?
I'm Victor Hampton, man.
Is that Peter's younger brother? What the hell? So yeah, I did a little digging. He was originally drafted by the Bengals. We signed him to a futures deal on the practice squad.
Did he play Future in 8 Mile?
He must have played something because he was trying to go back to the future because he was caught doing 155 mile an hour. So yes, he reckless driving, insane speeds. His 2 passengers were also arrested for unlawful possession of weapons.
Fantastic. Somebody really was on the run.
It was just one hell of a funny situation, but I will give the Ravens credit upon hearing about it. Within seconds, he is unemployed. So certainly did. 'Cause
Seriously.
Lord knows we could have played cornerback for the Ravens this past year. So this guy had a shot to start.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gone, out of a job. Nobody cares because nobody knows who the hell he is. Moving on.
Maybe not. Maybe yourself.
I will come over there, you Bostonian pile of poo. Don't even get me started about your baseball team.
I'm the guy who does his job. You must be the other guy.
Yeah, the guy who doesn't give a crap what you think. Anyway, news in regards to free agency. Haloti Ngata is supposedly still millions of dollars apart with the Ravens on restructuring.
All right.
I got a sneaky suspicion when it gets to March 9th, a deal's going to get done. Because, I mean, we've got people who can play without him, but that's still a pretty damn talented dude you're going to end up having cut.
Yeah.
Ladarius Webb was approached about taking a pay cut as well. I mean, started to play better as the season went on, but you're not going to pay $12 million to a guy who's got 2 ACL tears and can't stay on the field.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. We can't really afford to cut Webby, so he has the leverage there, but I think he knows the good young core of talent we have for a possible dynasty.
Here's hoping.
Yes,
crossed.
We're rallying for as we all said last week on last week's show. We're rallying for a Devin Funchess sighting.
Oh,
Yes.
You're a goddamn genius.
Couple more.
God bless that name.
Couple more mock drafts still seem to have him linked.
What's up with this
to
functioning
us.
weather, man? Really?
It is so functioning crazy.
Yeah. Now I got to get the Functious snowblower out and the Functious shovel that I bought on Amazon.com. On where? The Bantering Bohs. Yeah.
So I
Tiny
will.
shovel.
I will. Yeah.
The shameless plugs. Love them.
It's looks like Dick Cheney's shovel. It's a bad snow shovel.
No, but it doesn't shoot you in the face.
Yeah, true. I'd hit you in it though.
Okay.
Ricochet.
Oh, close one.
And then apologize to him later.
We know how successful the tight end position has been for the Ravens. I mean, Shannon Sharp, Dennis Pitta, Todd Heap, lesser extended Dixon because he couldn't catch a cold, let alone a football. The only big tight end coming out of the draft this year, no homo, is Max Williams out of Minnesota. You know it's important because it's 2 X's on Max, not just one.
Oh.
You know that means business.
Double
or
X.
Or you know that just means they're really bored in Minnesota since the Mighty Ducks stopped filming. They said, let's make his name sound more important by giving him a double X. One more.
One less
more.
extreme.
One more, and then he'll be in the new sequel to the Vin Diesel Ice Cube movie series. But that's another story.
We ignore State of the Union.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
Even though Samuel L. Jackson was in there again. I told you to shoot that bitch.
Kid seems to have the talent, the size, everything else. Ravens always do best player available, so who the hell knows what he's going to do, but that's another name to watch out for. Oriole news. The Grapefruit League action is officially underway.
Yeah.
We started playing competitive games. Somebody didn't tell Ubaldo Jimenez that yesterday because in one of the third innings, 6 earned runs, 3 hits, 2 wild pitches, 2 hit by pitches, 1 strikeout. He leaves. It's 6-0. He was quoted after the game saying, "I don't need to change anything."
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Ballsy thing to say.
Guess who's already lost his spot in the rotation?
Good.
Oh.
Plain
What you deserve.
and simple. Kevin Gossman, he doesn't even have to throw pitch for the rest of the summer, and he's already got the spring, and he's already got the job after that performance. The Orioles would go on to lose that game 15-2.
Ouch.
Keep in mind, though, every single player who started except for Travis Snyder more than likely will not be on the team.
Yeah.
So more or less that was our C squad, D squad, and dishwashers who were bored and off work. Orioles played today again against the Tigers. They end up losing 5-4. Don't have much of a box score. It's kind of hard to track down spring training stuff when you're not there in Florida instead of in snow. Sarasota. The beautiful days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're
Don't worry. A
closing
year away. Puerto Rico.
only a matter of time. Those
Yes.
sexy, sexy ladies. Sorry.
Yeah. Come back.
I lost
Bring it
track.
back in.
Adam Jones actually caused some controversy. Was quoted as saying, "I am the face of this franchise. I think I deserve to know what the plan is." A couple months ago, comes out and says, "To hell with the middleman. I'm just going to go straight to Pete." Everyone's like, "What the hell is he talking about?" But then they kind of put 2 and 2 together. Dan Duquette's pretty much sat on his butt thinking, "Oh, Canada." Ball
Baltimore, you're about to get snow and you're about to get oil.
Shout out to Dr. Wolves from Nova Scotia. He's a really good weather guy. But yeah, they let go Markakis, they let go Cruz, they let go Miller, don't really sign anybody. And he's like, hey, I'm coming here as long as they're dedicated to winning. Where'd everybody go?
Yeah.
So he kind of puts his 2 cents out today saying, come on, I at least I'm not saying I need to be the one who's calling the shots, but at least let me know what the hell's going on here because I'm kind of confused.
Guys, where'd you go? It's like,
He's looking over in right field and nobody there. He's looking over in left field. No one's there. Although Nelson Cruz and they'll be on the disabled list by June. Mark
that's the
my
worst
words.
Oh, God. Yeah, I know.
But anyways, Terrapins, after that wonderful win against Wisconsin, they back that up with a 60-50 victory over Rutgers last night and have officially moved to the number 10 ranked team in the country. That's the first time they've been that high since 2003. So that's that's going back to my high school days.
Yeah, that was the one they
fresh right out of the championship, 2002.
yeah.
Wrong one.
Wrong high.
High school days?
Wrong high.
Your high school days.
I was like,
High school high.
I was like, I didn't say anything about any Ravens
Like
players.
a rhinestone cowboy.
That movie was just on the other day. I enjoyed it.
And I'm victorious tonight. Yeah.
God.
I'm invincible.
Who was the first Armstrong on the moon? Neil! So Terps doing their thing. And last but not least, I'll close it with this. I know Brad's actually spoken to this, kind of keeping it a little more peaceful on the internet things and whatnot. Curt Schilling, he sends out a tweet. His daughter just got a full scholarship to a college to pitch for their softball team.
Okay.
And as any proud father who actually knows how to use Twitter, I was like, shout out to my daughter. It was best day of her life and proudest of mine for achievements.
It went up on Twitter.
I haven't had a chance to read some of the crap that has been said to him and his daughter. But let's just say even Jim Rome couldn't read any of it on his Showtime special.
Jesus.
Yeah. On Showtime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So instead of sitting back and just allowing stuff to happen, Curt Schilling decided to get even.
Oh, dear.
Using the power of the internet and blogospheres, he actually was able to track down the first names of the 3 worst offenders to the entire post.
Posted their names. And
One of which is a ticket salesperson at Yankee Stadium who has now,
Shocker.
Yeah.
who has now been fired.
Good.
Another one was a DJ at a student-sponsored radio station at La Junior College.
Jesus.
He has now been suspended from school and kicked out of the student-sponsored radio station. And the last one is a vice president of a fraternity of a college, also in the New York area, go figure, has been since completely disbanded from his said fraternity for tarnishing their name and reputation.
Yeah, which is not a good thing because you're basically blackballed from there. You'll go down in history. You were written in the books. Yeah, you are out.
You're done.
You are on bad standing.
Yeah.
So to all those internet tough guys who enjoy being the racist, sexist, death-threatening tough guys that think there is no consequence, don't cross Curt Schilling because your life will be over. I give Curt Schilling 2 well-sounding bows up for this one.
Absolutely.
Stand up for his daughter, stand up for his family, and get those piles of crap onto the streets instead of off, because that's where they deserve if you're talking like that.
Seriously.
So,
Don't be a douchebag. Plain and simple.
Very simple.
was that Bruce Cunningham? Don't be a jerk? Okay.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, when I was growing up, my mother told me a good sentiment.
Chew with your mouth closed.
That was one of them.
Yes. I
But
Kill you.
what was the old saying? If you don't have anything nice to say,
Shut up! Sorry.
don't say it at all. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
just simple. What can I say?
Yeah.
But when you hide behind that screen, what can you say?
Don't get me started about those Xbox trolls.
Yeah, Xbox Live alone, which I'll get into that probably a little bit.
Go ahead with it.
Yeah, he's already transitioned into it.
I had 2 questions for him, but
I actually wasn't transitioning, but okay.
Okay, do you want to go ahead?
No, I mean,
No, it was just
you were motioning, so I was like, I know Brian's got to say something.
I got 2 questions for him, more things.
I jumped the gun.
So Jared Johnson's coming back technically
for a one-day contract, so he can retire as a Raven.
Is that good or bad?
Literally, all it is I'm a Raven again. I announced my retirement. I retired as a Raven.
Why
I'm gonna
do
go
that?
fishing.
I mean,
it's a nostalgia thing. I mean, let's say if Ray Lewis said, "Oh, I got one more year in me," and went and played somewhere.
Yeah,
and then it's, "Oh well, I want to retire as a Raven." So
come back, play for a
one-day
day.
contract. Here you go.
Yeah,
That's it.
All right. And Peyton is coming back.
And topping up
For
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's no. It's a $4 million pay cut.
Yeah, considering he cut that many miles an hour off of his passes, as we saw those lame ducks sailing through the air towards the end of the season. I know he's the best around, but I really think the end of this past year should have been it for him. Coming back, I think this is going to be Brett Favre revisited.
Oh,
you remember that last year? He couldn't do
Yeah.
anything right. I think we're going to
when he
have
played
a
for the
repeat.
Vikings too.
of all things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was with the Jets where he just finally said, "Oh, I'm in New York." So.
Yeah.
But yeah, Peyton's
No,
on his
New
way
York
back.
is in Jersey.
Even with all the pay cuts and what they've done, Broncos still have $17 million in cap space. They are going to be buying even more help for a team that still is not going to be able to make it to the Super Bowl. But I digress. And speaking of
Xbox.
yeah,
Going back to Xbox.
back on my Xbox trolls for a minute there. Now I'm transitioning.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just wondering.
I need a sign there. Be like, look, hold up there. We're doing this first.
We need like a tire screech or something. I'll get to work on that tomorrow.
No, record scratch at least.
Because it was originally going to be something along the lines of, and speaking of somebody playing people like video games, like Curt Schilling did. What do you got for me?
Hey.
Yeah, it would have worked out and make it there. What can I say? So how about this for news, especially? After leaked information coming out about Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Atari was coming back.
I don't know what they're going on with any games coming out recently. Last thing I heard about them was they did a MOBA style game called Minimal for the PC. And again, I remember their biggest game coming out, the big flop, was Alone in the Dark, trying to bring that back.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. No, but we did find out, especially with from Hideo Kojima and from the studios over Konami, originally being a leaked information on the upcoming release date of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. They did come back and say, no, here's the actual date for it. And now the leak is now pretty much confirming that the release date is on September 1st for all consoles, with a September 15 release for the PC guys. So, yep. So the PC guys got to wait just a little bit longer, but the console guys get it first. So if you want to buy it then,
Yeah.
Again, they did show off a little bit more detail with the online part of the GTA Online and the little features coming in there, with, of course, showing off its gorgeous graphics, as always. And, of course, again, you can take selfies while in the MGS online part, which kept our opponent.
Wow.
Selfie time.
Do you get the selfie stick too?
Oh, God.
God.
It probably would have. I don't know if they engineered it yet, but probably come that special edition that's like $100 in there. So cosmetic items. But Metal Gear Solid 5. What can we say? It's Hideo Kojima. The guy's freaking crazy, and whatever he makes is pretty much platinum. But he says that this is going to be his last Metal Gear Solid game that he'll make, quote unquote, as I'm holding up there. But I'm like, you said that before with Metal Gear Solid 4. Now you're making 5, so. Yeah, I'm going to take what you're saying with a grain of salt, Hideo. Love you to death. You're bad, beep, crazy, basically. But yeah, basically. Quack. Where'd that duck come from here?
I don't know.
But also moving on to GDC news that coming out. Microsoft is being open about, especially a lot of stuff coming out. They did announce, especially with a couple games coming to Xbox One. We have Elite Dangerous, which is the PC game. It's a little bit more like a space merchant style game coming from Kickstarter. It's going to be a little bit more like an EVE style game, especially EVE Online, very big world. That's coming over. They did announce a lot of indie titles through their indie ID at Xbox. About 50 titles were mentioned on there. 2 of them being the big ones, were Wasteland 2, another Kickstarter program game that came out, and Shovel Knight will be coming to Xbox One as well. That is the 8-bit style game similar to if you played old Mega Man games. It is really, really good. So that'll be coming in. And there's actually going to be a little bit of a secret tie-in as well, because they've been hinting at it that, Microsoft likes to bring back old games. They're really thinking about it. And of course, Battletoads is one of those games they've been thinking about. In the Xbox One version of Shovel Knight, there will be a Battletoads level in there. So Battletoads are going to be in Shovel Knight for Xbox One. They have confirmed that and shown it off, and it's oh, thank you guys. Now what about the actual game? Here's hoping.
It's got to be coming soon.
Oh, with all these.
The guy wore the shirt during the announcement.
He wore the shirt
too,
during the original.
Okay.
Yep. And we know it's E3 is right around the corner, and I say that even in March, and it's going to be around June, but at the same time, that's probably where they would drop the information. It's yeah, what are you doing with Rare over there? You want to make Battletoads? Why not?
Boom.
Make it done, seriously. Again, they did show off, especially with the Windows 10, they're going to be doing cross-platform play with their upcoming title, Gigantic, which is kind of like a MOBA-style game. It's going to do cross-platform play with both the PC and the Xbox One people, so both can play. Their Xbox Store on the Windows 10 will also be cross-buy, so whatever you buy on there will also work on your Xbox One account too as well. So a little bit each features help out there. Also, they did show off a little bit more of their HoloLens, which is their augmented reality lens they were showing off there. So a little bit more information we got from there. We've also did find out because Valve was over there as well, GDC, to show off a little bit more of the hardware specs that are coming out. There was their own version of their own VR headset, which has been up and done in partnership with HTC that they've teamed up with, and they were showing off a couple prototypes that they were looking off and showed them, especially prototype and how the technology works, and it's gorgeous to apparently all the people who have seen it saying, yeah, this is actually really good. I'm just worried about price. That's what I want to know. But again, they did announce that apparently this upcoming November will look to be the release date of all their hardware, especially the headset, the Steam boxes that are coming out that were announced at last GDC, which I can imagine if you're looking to pre-order them or to buy them, I would not hesitate to go over to our Amazon page over at thebanteringbohs.com.
That's a good read right there.
Thank you. I was waiting to transition into that one, but
my boy's growing up, my boy.
November for that. They've also announced the Steam Link, which is a streaming box looking to be for your TV device. What it will do is it will stream Steam content that you've had from your PC over to the box that you can play onto a bigger screen. Now, this is very similar to those who have the NVIDIA Shield device, which does the same thing. It just works off the NVIDIA technology, which is just a local area network streaming device. So you have your PC that'll usually run, but if you want to run into a bigger screen, you have a little streaming device and controllers you can plug it into. For those who have PC, at the same time, I do question, well, why don't I just take my PC and just plug it into a TV? Why do I need another device?
Yeah.
It comes down to, I guess, whatever your setup is in your home or an apartment. If you have your PC in one room, but you have your big TV in another room, instead of lugging it, around, you could put this in there.
How many people have towers anymore, though, too?
A tower, especially, yeah, it's pretty static in where location-wise. Yeah. So if you have a high-end PC like a tower, you pretty much put that in one location, don't move it. And if you want to play with your friends, say hey, want to come over and play Lethal League or something like that, just I got the TV over in this room. We got controllers. It'll come with 2 of the Steam's final version controllers, which were shown off at GDC. So I do want to play with them and see how they work well, especially the new Steam controllers, and see how dexterous, I guess, they will work and how comfortable they are. I still personally believe that the 360 controller in that has been the best controller ever made so far in terms of comfort and just actual access of use. But again, PC guys will still nail it into the ground that the keyboard and mouse will still be, the best thing known to mankind. But there's some games it just doesn't work, let's be honest. Like racing games, it doesn't really work.
No. So,
still, we shall see. Again, look to November for all the release dates. I even think GameStop has already started to pre-sell some of the I think it's Alienware's version of the Steam boxes. So, but again, I would check over at Amazon at thebanteringbos.com for those pre-orders.
And how much are they going for?
Depending on which one you're looking at, because some can range from $1,500 to down to like $300 range,
Wow.
depending on the specs. So each because they're basically like third-party systems being put out there. So you have the Steam box design that Valve puts out there, and then you have the third parties like Alienware. Just to use an example, will make their box and then they kind of put in their own parts and then do it from there. Kind of like how the cell phone company is. You have Android, but you have Android phones. So
Okay. Do you think it's going to sell?
I think it will, especially for those who are really want to get into PC, but have been console for years, but just don't have the knowledge or the funds to actually be like, hey, I really want to build a computer, but I don't have that knowledge or really know what to do.
Yeah.
So this is like a more affordable way to jump into it. And that's the biggest barrier for people who are console and want to get into PC is always like, how do I do it? I don't know anything about it. Do I go to this guy? Do I go to this? Do I build my own? What do I do? With the console, it makes it easier. It's there, it's set up, you just plug it in, it plays. With PC, configure, parts, maintenance, all that stuff. Any number of things could go wrong, DOA RAM or something like that. So it's, again, I'm hopeful for it because, trust me, more competition to the market helps out. And again, this is just going to feed Valve more and more money. And I could just see Gabe Newell just swimming in that pile of cash over and over again, Scrooge McDuck style.
By the way, Bradley's not getting that for Secret Santa next year.
It's okay.
That's all right. I'm just saying. Sorry.
It's okay. I already built a PC, so I'm good.
Just get him a humble bundle. It's fine.
Yeah,
Amazon gift card.
Yeah, there you go. We're going to be plugging that to the dude.
Why not?
Can I say? But also, we did find out, especially through GDC, Bethesda, the guys who make especially the Elder Scrolls series, and recently, last year, we also had from Machine Games, another developer under their network, an upcoming title, especially Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, which is apparently a standalone prequel to last year's release of New Order. There's going to be a digital release on May 5th, 2015, for especially... So there's going to be a digital release for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. A physical disc copy will come later, but that'll be for PC and PlayStation 4. So digital only on Xbox One. Do keep in mind that. It's going to be like a 2-mission campaign, basically, as they're saying from it. But again, it's going to be probably a little bit shorter style. New enemies put in there. But especially for those who play Wolfenstein New Order and how fantastic that game is, especially for a first-person shooter. This just is going to add in a little bit more information, backstory to it, taking place in 1946, just before the Germans win the war, especially, and take over. So you pick up again as B.J. Blazkowicz and taking out the Nazis. So, hey, more, especially for anything doing in the New World, New Order universe, is good by my standards, and being just a standalone. So imagine a little bit cheaper price. Of course, I'm going to stick a guess and say maybe like a $20 price. I wouldn't be surprised, but who knows? Again, that's just a stab.
Brilliant!
Exactly. I wish, but hey, New Order is actually really good for those who play it. Trust me. So, and the last bit of news I do want to touch on. It was a little bit of controversy when I was hoping for this game to be really good. Resident Evil Revelations 2 that I was harking on coming out. They're doing this kind of episodic format for it. But they had a little bit of controversy on the day it was released, especially on the PC end, because originally in their listing on the store page, they say that there's local co-op. That was not the case, unfortunately. The game did not have it upon release. They had to actually, Capcom had to come out and actually formally apologize, and actually had to have that little blurb removed from the store page saying there was local co-op. Then a few days later, a couple of modders came out and actually put local co-op in the game. And now we've just got official release from Capcom that they actually did implement in local co-op to the PC release.
What?
So it was kind of odd that after a week or so after being released, you finally get the co-op in there after saying, yeah, it wasn't possible. Oh, wait, these modders did it. Oh, crap. Now we got to get in there. Quick, put it in the game. So it's kind of odd that they had to kind of backtrack and do that when it's, I really want this game to be good because, let's be honest, Resident Evil's been on kind of a hingy kind of situation lately.
It's been like David Caruso's career.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, when they brought out 6, it's like, what the hell was
We're making
this?
a Resident Evil
VR. Yeah. But Revelations, it's been all right from the review standpoints. Again, I think it's only been have episode 1 and 2 should be already out right now. They got a 5 episode going on right now. But that's one of those games that's just really weird. Episodic games are always kind of that weird case. I've always wondered, especially with games, is that when they go to review it, they can only review the one episode and say how good it is. Mm-hmm. Again, Telltale has this whole format down to a science because that's all they do. But a lot of other games are starting to do that. You have, Resident Evil doing this episodic style. You have Square Enix actually put out recently Life is Strange, which is more of a narrative-driven experience as you play as a teenage girl, going through life and just dealing with a couple weird incidents coming, just life in that in a little bit more dramatic sense. But at the same time, she has the ability to control time.
Rebecca goes to prom.
But it's like, but situations that'll come up that she has to figure out is like one of the girls gets into a fight with or an argument with a guy there who has has some form of mental illness, but he pulls a gun on her. So she has to like rewind time to stop that from happening. Because what happens is he ends up shooting her, but she has to rewind time to stop it so that she still lives. So it's one of these kind of like weird, and again, that's an episodic game and how it's gone. Getting pretty good reviews, especially. I really wish I could get around to play it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like, I'm a little bit short on money. Tax refund, please?
Yeah.
But let's be honest, I'd probably use that to buy other games, and I bet Brian would probably use that to buy a lot of movie tickets, so.
Sure.
I was stretching on that one.
Drop.
Mic drop. He's
Done.
out. Yeah.
Done.
Bradley's 3-3 right now, and I'm going for just 1-4. But we're gonna give it a shot anyway. So,
I say.
huh?
I say.
When you're hot, you're hot. Yeah. All right, boys. Start off with weekend box office report. Are we ready?
I know what came in first.
Go ahead, smartass.
Focus.
Not the most interesting title for a Will Smith movie. Be like, never lose focus.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see it, and I just didn't because, I got to be honest with you. And
so like, no, I'm not going to do this.
While I'm the movie guy, first of all, it was hard getting out there this weekend just trying to go watch movies. I'm still in the groove right now. I'm still catching up on movies. I just read box 3 movies. I'm sorry, not Kingsman. Christ, I wish I could. Foxcatcher, Whiplash, and what was the other one? St. Vincent with Bill Murray in it. So
how was Whiplash?
I don't know. I just rented them tonight, so I'm preparing for the storm.
You
tomorrow.
got ready for tomorrow.
I am ready for tomorrow. So just in case, anyway. But in the meantime, Focus is out, and it made $19.1 million. Not a lot of money, given the numbers we've seen. Actually, it kind of skated in there just above Kingsman. Kingsman was at $11.7 million. Bringing it all the way up, now I need my glasses, $85.6 million total. It's holding their strong number 2. Word of mouth is there, and I'd really want to get we need to go see it. But damned, if House of Cards didn't come out this weekend, then I would be seeing it. So yeah, I'm guilty of that. SpongeBob movie came in at number 3, $11.2 million, bringing it all the way up to $140.3 million.
So what happened to 50 Shades?
50 Shades actually is at 4th place. I wasn't going to mention.
Oh, it knocked down to 4th. Wait, it went from 1st to down to 4th. Damn, it dropped quickly.
It's there. It's still got some legs.
Yeah. Damn it! Oh, she's got legs, all right.
She got legs for days. Yeah. $10.9 million, a total of $147.7 million.
Yeah,
I believe that movie was at a budget anywhere between $30 to $40 million. It made its money. So, and they already know we're gonna do, or they're gonna do
more
sequels. So it's gonna happen. But got to start off with some sad bit of news, gentlemen. Tonight, we are sad to announce that he was best known for his portrayal of Mr. Spock, the half human, half Vulcan on the cult classic Star Trek. And Leonard Nemoy has passed. He passed this past Saturday, as a matter of fact. His wife, Susan, checked him into the hospital due to chest pains resulting from him having reached the end stage of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
COPD.
He's one of those actors, from what I understand. He kind of kept it quiet. I mean, you can't say Star Trek and not say Mr. Spock. and you can't say Captain Kirk.
Right.
Now, the Captain Kirk at that time was William Shatner, and him and William Shatner were close buds. Now, the big thing here is that, and I'll go back more into Mr. Nemoy in a minute, but Mr. Shatner, I say Mr. Shatner, William Shatner didn't make it to the funeral, and I don't know, maybe he had his reasons. There's a lot of fan outrage against this, though, too. He was at a charity event, and, he felt it was best that he was there for that instead. We don't know exactly, but he said, he loved him, and it was like, he was such a good friend or whatever, too. I think of it this way, and I'm going to stick up for him, just saying that, sometimes maybe it is hard to get to a funeral just seeing somebody who you've spent such a long time with. Okay, Star Trek, the TV series, started in 1966. What is it right now? 2015.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Leonard Nemoy went all the way back to 1966. He played on the role on TV for all 79 episodes, and then in 6 movies. He directed at least 1 or 2 of them, as a matter of fact. He also made appearances in this J.J. Abrams reboots, too. Yep. So he did Star Trek 2009, and then he did Star Trek Into Darkness as Mr. Spock once again.
Spock Prime.
Right, in 2013. Some little tidbits that you guys might not know. He directed 2 Men and a Baby. Yeah, with Steve Guttenberg and Tom Selleck. I thought it was pretty interesting. He actually did some songs. I don't have any of those songs tonight. They weren't too bad overall, though. He also did voice work, too. Futurama and The Simpsons, kind of playing himself on there. He guest starred on Fringe on some episodes. Apparently, they were pretty memorable episodes on there, too.
The Transformers movie.
I was going to leave that out.
Dude, the animated one? That's the cartoon. It's different.
But his final Twitter message was, a life is like a garden. Perfect moments can be had, but not preserved, exempt in memory. And,
there's more man.
Yeah, you can't say enough good things about this guy. I mean, he went through a period, I just was reading, that he was denying that he's like, he wrote a book, I Am Not Spock, or whatever. And, then it got to the point where, of course, the nerds outraged, and then he got to the point where he's like, you know what, I'm going to embrace this, and it just, and then he wrote another book saying, I am Spock, or whatever. Yeah. So, and just seemed like an all-around stand-up guy, and just, so.
Because you basically see, like, where the fan base takes it, and you see, like, when you look at yourself, it's like they see the character, and you see your work, and they see you.
Right.
And not as yourself, like as the regular person. They only going to see you in that idealized position. So it's like, at that point, I mean, you're going to have the hyper, crazy fanboys and fangirls out there that'll be like that. But you kind of have to just like accept what it is, and kind of almost embrace it in a regards and be like, I see how generations can like that and enjoy it. Even, I mean, we went to Comic-Con just seeing Chewbacca there, for God's sake.
Yeah,
and. Just regular old guy. Just you did something really cool, and we remember that. Really, cherished him. So, but still going to be just the same guy at the end of the day.
There was a story when Leonard Nemoy and William Shatner were at like some kind of Comic-Con or kind of convention or whatever, and they were saying this is around the time the reboot came out, around 2009.
What
and
do you
saying,
think about a reboot? It's not a reboot. It's not a reboot.
No.
We never be like Star Wars.
Yeah. And apparently what happened was they were just joking around about how, what their thoughts were on the new movie, and Nimoy says, yeah, I got a call, did you? And Shatner's like, no. So it's just that kind of thing, he just kind of, they can joke around nice and easy about it. So, they even did a billboard in one city. It just said, of course his saying is live long and prosper. And then they had just a picture of him, and it says, yes, he did on that. And I thought that was great, So anyway, may he rest in peace, live long and prosper, sir. Thank you for all that you did. Yep. Anyway, moving on here, though. So, boys, a new trailer dropped today. It's nothing we haven't seen already. Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'll leave that up to you guys because you actually saw it. The new Avengers Age of Ultron trailer 3. Trailer 3 is out. Let me talk a little bit about it, then we can, go into some more detail about it. So, it's got more Ultron in it, obviously. Ultron was pretty much what this trailer is. It's pretty, like I said, it's everything we've seen before with just some new different camera angles, if you will, about it too. Ultron says he was designed to help save the world or whatever. So pretty much we have a Looney Tune robot, if you may, if I may, and
you may,
yeah. And he just thinks that he's doing good. He's out to wipe the Avengers and stuff like that. He's gonna talk about breaking the Avengers from the inside or whatever. He feels like they're the enemy. He's the good guy. He's going to help humanity. Good thing here we saw is more Hulkbuster versus Hulk. Yep. This time going into buildings though too, which I thought was pretty cool.
Gliding up buildings, basically.
Yeah, it was like it was kind of out of the first Avengers when Hulk was climbing up the buildings, but now it's like you throw in the Hulkbuster and they're smashing up the buildings. I don't know. Tony Stark talked about how he tried to create a suit of armor around the world, but it created an AI, and there you go. You have Ultron. We still don't know how Jarvis is going to fit into this, if Jarvis really is technically Ultron, or is Jarvis going to be the guy I'm going to say for the very end of this part. Captain America, for you non-nerds, he talks about how he tried to he's tired of people paying for the mistakes of the Avengers and so forth or whatever, so you can already see where this is leading into Civil War, especially how the tension between him versus Tony Stark. Anyway, too, and I like seeing that or whatever. We also see it actually had more comedy, I think, in this one, or more kind of like laughs in this trailer. Thor says, "Is that the best you've got?" Then dozens of robots just kind of flood the city, and he's like, "You spoke too soon."
Had to ask.
Yeah. And then at the end, we see somebody. Well, we see Vision, but at least his partial face.
Yeah.
So, a lot of nerds have been complaining.
Where's Vision? They say they're going to bring in Vision. He's in the posters, and I want to know where he is.
So.
Calm down, wait for the movie.
Seriously, I almost didn't watch this trailer, but hey, we got to talk about it, so it's there. So I mean, it's not going to spoil anything, At least we would hope this is these are the kind of trailers that don't spoil the movie or whatever. A lot of
even though you've pretty much got the whole 3-set act already laid out for you right there. The building, that was a bad idea, and then the climax basically at the end battle. So
you
pretty much got the layout right there.
I think it's safe to say we already know it's going to be on a cliffhanger. Yeah. So what do you guys think of the trailer?
Compared to most, it was not too much revealed. I like what they've been doing this.
You pretty much hit the major points, like what's going to happen, where there's how these characters interact with each other, their thoughts, and you just cut dry, say what you need to without spoiling too much.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, it still looks exactly the same as when the first one came out. You're like, dang, that looks good.
Yeah, except it's missing the Pinocchio theme in there, which I would have liked, but hey, that's okay. I like the music in there.
I just hate when they start bringing in, trying to bring out. They keep bringing out all these information. It's like, there's another teaser, here's another trailer.
Yeah.
Stop. I don't want to.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Yeah. I mean, teaser trailer and a main trailer. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I mean, we're about 2 months away from this actually happening, believe it or not. It's hard to say.
April, right?
The second most anticipated movie of the year. And, they're going to market it. James and I just saw actually that their AMC movies, I'm giving them a plug here. They are going to do all 11 Avenger movies, all Marvel Cinematic Universe movies.
Okay.
And,
From Iron Man to the end.
Yeah.
Darn.
I don't know if I wonder if that includes Guardians, though. It does? Yeah, I guess it would have to.
If Guardians get worked into it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, technicality, it's not going to be... Well,
it would be under Marvel. It'd be Marvel Studios, Marvel Universe.
Yeah, it is. And, I don't know. Here's... you've seen them all, I think, actually. I mean, I've missed like 3 of them that I can think of. Anyway, I don't know if I would go to see that. But part of me just kind of like in anticipation.
Yes,
but I'm going to do the same thing at home, though. Exactly, that's the thing. If I can find it on,
do I need to be sitting
Xbox,
around with the nerds?
Yeah, but apparently you get an Avengers medal if you can sit through all 11, including the new Avengers.
Oof.
A medal. Yeah,
I think this is a 2-day event. If I'm not mistaken, it would have to be.
It starts. I think it was something like starts at 4 o'clock.
I just got it actually
on the Wednesday with Iron Man.
It starts April 29th,
and then it ends.
Does it have like breaks in between to get like something to eat?
You would have to,
but it ends with Age of Ultron at 7 o'clock Thursday night premiere.
My suggestion for anybody who can't do that, and
it's
it's going to be a little pricey probably. I think it was at least $25 just for the one part of it anyway. I would just say, find what you can on Netflix, find what you can on iTunes, Xbox, and whatever.
Or Amazon.
Or Amazon. Attaboy. Amazon Prime, that is. Yeah. If you if anything, I already plan on having my marathon, but I only own so many of the movies anyway, too. I'm going to skip Iron Man 2. I'll just watch Iron Man. I'll watch Iron Man 3, the new Captain America, Winter Soldier, probably Guardians I'll throw in there just for S's and giggles, and then and the Avengers. I'm going to kind of try to watch
You're
in
still
order.
back and forth on the fence with the first Avengers. You're like, yeah.
No, I like it. I respect it. Okay. I just I like the Iron
Batman.
I like the Iron Man movies better.
Okay.
Iron Man 3 especially I liked better, believe it or not. Than
I know it's probably because coming out of that you were like,
yeah. I liked Winter Soldier way better than the Avengers. But actually, I think a lot of people will be with me on that, though, too.
Yeah,
Winter Soldier overall as a movie just was that, I don't know, it was just... I think the problem with the Avengers, and just let me get this off my chest now, is that it was just too much to plan and try to get together in such a short amount of time. Joss Whedon even talked about that a little bit, too. And he also talked about, which leads me into my next part, how he said it was pretty much a nightmare to shoot this one in there. He was quoted with, "Shoot me in the face, it's a nightmare. I long for the simple movies like Serenity," he told the UK magazine SFX. "This is the hardest juggling act I have ever tried to pull off." He was talking about how it is just like adding more movie characters in there. So now you have not just a new villain, which apparently I think you're going to see Ultron have a lot of screen time from what I can see, unless everything they showed us in the trailer.
Ultron and Quicksilver.
And exactly. Witch. Bradley brings me to the next point. Scarlet Witch, the twins.
The twins.
I
really do want to see how they do Scarlet Witch. Quicksilver was only in there for in the trailer you see him for 2 minutes. One just standing there next to that. And
right.
then you don't see him for 1 second doing one move. Yeah.
This new trailer shows Scarlet Witch taking over kind of Black Widow, I guess, giving her the kind of the red eye, I guess you would say, or whatever.
The Bob Costas.
He says there is more Hulk in this movie than there was in the last film, but what I'm excited is that we shot this movie very differently. I was running a lot of cameras. I was shooting long lenses, which I don't usually do, adding that he aimed to shoot the film a little bit more like a documentary. He was
Tony
a lot
Stark
of focus
down to document.
Billionaire Playboy philanthropist. Yeah. No, I think you're going to see a lot more Hulk the way he's talking in here too. I mean, Hulk was I like the Hulk in the Avengers anyway. I never saw the other Hulk movies, believe it or not.
Just be thankful.
Maybe so. I don't know. The Edward Norton one I heard was pretty good.
Yeah, it was decent.
Yeah. But it was still stretching it. Best way to say it.
Just don't talk about the Ang Lee one. We like to forget that.
Yeah, with the guy from Black Hawk Down.
Eric Bana.
Yeah, he was also in Star Trek 2 as the villain, but water under the bridge anyway, though. So, I think it's safe to say Joss Whedon is not coming back to the Marvel franchise for a little while anyway. He might have a hand as executive producer. Maybe he might even kind of have just he would get uncredited writing credits, I guess, for Civil War and maybe even the next Avengers movies, because Russo brothers are going to be taking charge of that. Rumors have it that or I don't know if it's a rumor or if it has been confirmed that the Russo brothers who directed Winter Soldier have actually signed some stuff with Sony also. So that means I guess they're going to be starting to work Spider-Man into their universe too. Spider-Man. Still no details on who's going to be Spider-Man. We don't know that yet. Now, there's a lot riding on this fact that the guy who was supposed to direct the Sinister Six, who also left Daredevil, the TV series for Netflix, he's actually was supposed to direct the Sinister Six for the old Sony Spider-Man universe. Now what they're saying is that he is going to possibly be the front runner for that film. So we should see what happens with that. Also here, big news here. This came after we had just recorded. We might have talked about this, Blade Runner. Did you guys ever? Yes. I haven't had a chance to watch this at all.
Nor have I.
Okay.
It is.
Bradley.
It's a classic sci-fi is what it is.
Okay.
Visually stunning and amazing for what it is, especially being made back in the 80s. Concept-wise, very interesting, where you have basically man-made, just like cyborgs.
Yeah.
That have been brought into this world. And some tend to just kind of go crazy. So, or they have to check for it. And a lot of them escaped and moved into society and, Blade Runners are sent out to basically hunt them down.
Okay.
Because they could go, and lose it. So they try and hide themselves, try to live a normal life and say that they're human, but Blade Runners, i.e. Han Solo, basically, comes in
pretty
and,
much.
hunts
Indiana
them down.
Jones?
And Indiana Jones.
Jack Ryan?
He hunts them down because they're a danger to, society if they get out of control, which they can because they're freaking can control everything.
Right.
So he goes up against them, and you have all these visually something from Ridley Scott, right? Yes.
Yes.
And
Keep
just
going.
again, 80s style visual, cinematic, wonderful world. I mean, you know what to expect from his style and approach, especially in terms of both visuals and cinematic approach. So
yeah, well, that was the old Ridley Scott.
That's the old Ridley
now,
Scott.
I mean,
The new
let me
one-
rephrase that. Ridley Scott is one of the better directors out there, and that's he deserves the credit that he gets. But lately, his movies just I would have stopped what I used to just to go see one of his movies. Now it's just like
it was also an interesting thing where, especially in Blade Runner, and try not to spoil it, but it was also the case where it came to the point where it's like they kind of do the cliche. It's like, well, what if you end up liking one even though it's a cyborg? So so it's like now it's like, do you do your job, do the right thing, or do you stay loyal to your job, or
yeah,
one of those scenarios.
Well, it sounds like you like the movie overall, or it's just one of those cult classics or whatever.
It's one of those things where it's like just see it, just to say like at least I saw it, and then you'll know.
I really want to try to find that,
especially the cult will tell you so much because there's so many different versions of it.
Yeah,
apparently.
I want to know which one to watch it. Well, whatever I can find, I will. The director's
get the latest one on the Blu-ray, which I think is the final cut. That is apparently like the definitive one to get.
Okay,
because that excludes, because there's one version that has the happy ending, quote unquote, that the studio later added into it, and the fans will tell you do not watch that because that is utter crap.
Okay.
Yeah, what the studio added in later, which was not approved by Ridley Scott, that was the studio decided, let's put this in. Ignore
a studio
that.
would never do that, Bradley. I have no idea what you're talking about. No.
To add in something to a thing just to appease?
But I can tell you what the studio is going to do.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Okay.
And I might as well get my old friend out here.
Oh, God, don't tell me.
Alcon Entertainment is bringing back Harrison Ford, who is returning as Rick Deckard.
Really?
Yeah.
So apparently he survived.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Yeah, he's actually going to be coming back. It's did any of you guys ever see the movie Prisoners by any chance, or Enemy?
Yes.
Okay, Prisoners was a great movie. Very it's not underrated, but it actually was up for a few Oscars, as a matter of fact, though, too. Not that it makes it any better, Bradley, but it had Hugh Jackman and a great cast in it, and how it was shot by Roger Deakins, the cinematography. It's excellent. Jake Gyllenhaal was in it too. Whatever. Anyway, this guy can direct a good dark movie, and from what I understand, Blade Runner is one of those kind of movies.
Dark.
Anyway, though, too. So he might be the kind of guy to do this. Now, we have some names for writers, and it's not going to mean anything to you, but except for when I say the one title of this movie. There's a guy named Hampton Fancher who co-wrote the original, and a guy named Michael Green. Coincidentally, he wrote Green Lantern.
Go home.
Yeah. And they're coming up with this idea, and based on an idea by Ridley Scott. What's going to happen is the film's going to take place several decades after the original. According to Scott, the film will feature Ford in a smaller but critical role, with his character appearing in the third act of the film.
So he just shows up.
So it's kind of like, here's a paycheck just so we can throw your name, Harrison Ford, and get everybody else in there.
We have a problem.
Yeah.
Something's going down. We need to find the one person who's dealt with this situation. Harrison Ford enters in the third act.
Right. Yes.
I hear you need some help.
Yeah, that's... Oh, my God. We just called it.
So, I not knowing anything about the movie itself, it's kind of hard to say if this is good news or bad news. Harrison Ford, I will say this, is he's returning as Han Solo. God knows if he's ever going to come back for Indiana Jones.
He wasn't really, in Blade Runner, he was kind of a different character. Like, he's not Han Solo. He's not
What's
Indiana
good,
Jones.
though?
That's good. It's like...
Was he Jack Ryan? I watched Clear and Present Danger a couple weekends ago. It's still a great movie.
When you get a chance, do watch it just so you say, like, at least it's all Blade Runner.
I definitely will say that.
I feel
Don't
like
worry.
if Rex Paracolt was here, it would just be why?
Huh? He's
Rex
somewhere. Oh, yeah, he was shoveling snow.
Why?
Yeah.
Let it go, people. Not everything.
I'm getting tired. I will say this. I'm getting tired of seeing older actors. Sylvester Stallone. Wait. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Bruce Willis.
They called that movie Retirement Plan, not Escape Plan.
I'm tired of seeing you guys just come back to your roles just to just either get the paycheck or, maybe, I don't know.
Did they write it? I'm just kind of curious. Did Sylvester Stallone literally write the script to that?
Well, I don't know about that movie, but he did at least do like the Rambo films. He's coming back to do another Rambo. And actually, speaking of which, he is going to be, we didn't talk about this last week. I can touch on this. They are going to do another, well, it's not a Rocky movie, but it's called Creed.
He will be reprising Rocky to train Apollo Creed's grandson.
Actually, it might be Apollo Creed's son now. Michael B. Jordan. Now, this movie, that movie actually does sound interesting, though, too. If they can just limit the time with Rocky.
Dear Lord, it's Rocky 5 all over again.
Tommy Gunn.
I hate that one.
That was hilarious. I'm sorry.
There was such crap on there.
They could have gone from number 4 to Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa. Now, there's a good one right there. Yes, absolutely.
I'm sorry. Rocky 5 is just a laugh that you cannot stop.
It was,
His kid goes from 6 to 15.
Yeah. And his kid's wearing the earring in there and, getting beat up and then, being friends with the people who beat him up. I just don't get it. I really don't. Yeah. Anyway, moving on to bigger, better news. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Suicide Squad, guys. Hey. So, Bradley, you mentioned before that you needed a haircut.
Yeah, I do.
Well, somebody did get a haircut actually this week. Any guesses who?
Leto is
going Joker.
Yeah. It's all part of the plan.
Yeah, not that Joker. That's okay, though. Yes.
His own Joker.
Yeah, David Ayer has been tweeting out pictures all week of Jared Leto getting a haircut, getting fresh and cleanly shaved. He does not look like the singer to 30 Seconds to Mars anymore. That could be a good thing. Facepalm on there. And, so...
Of course, the black and white.
Huh?
Oh, God. The pretentious black and white. Yeah, Curious Girl.
So serious.
I don't know.
Trying to figure out.
Yeah, it's now the question is, of course, how kind of apparently Jared Leto's Joker is getting jacked up, maybe, or he's putting on weight. So the question is he going to be jacked up for this, or is he going to be kind of like the clown in Spawn? I don't know.
He's probably going to need to put a little bit of weight on because I think he's still reeling from Dallas Buyers Club.
He's got to be.
He downed himself to like 100.
If you're an actor, you have to enjoy those kind of parts. Like, hey, you need to put on some weight for this.
I get to eat food.
You're like Christian Bale in American House. You mean I get to eat this time? Yeah, I don't get to starve myself.
Oh, the machinist. Oh.
Good. I saw just clips of that, and I don't even want to watch because of that. So Jared Leto is, they're going to be shooting this. I believe it's in Montreal, if I'm not mistaken, or no, it's Detroit or Montreal. I got to find this out anyway.
Detroit needs the money.
Yeah. Well, that's where they're filming Batman versus Superman. So I don't know. It depends on where they got the deal with that.
Sure.
So the Joker is coming. While I didn't see Focus, apparently the chemistry between Will Smith and Margot Robbie, apparently it was pretty good on there too. So it was just more the story for the movie of Focus or whatever. So you can't really blame the actors. So
right.
But everybody seemed to at least enjoy that part. So that is promising news for us with Suicide Squad. Anyway, so then you throw in Jared Leto with a little cameo. We'll see what happens, Bradley.
I know.
Boys, another picture we posted on our Instagram today. Bradley, down boy. Yeah. So Gal Gadot is actually getting into shape.
She was fit enough.
Yeah, she was fit enough before, but I mean, this is the hashtag on there was fit girls and wow that I posted on there. But yes, she is getting into shape, and I must say she is looking pretty hot. The thing I have with this is, and while we might have talked about it before, is Gal Gadot. She has like around the face and the hair. Yeah, she sure has the complexion of a Wonder Woman. Everything else, though, she doesn't have the
bulk. Shall we say?
Okay, yeah, the bulk.
Yeah,
the bust.
You need an Amazon, basically.
Yeah, she's an Amazonian woman. And
Amazon
it's just, she kind of just looks. I mean, maybe it's just what I look for in a female, and what some other, like maybe what the studio is looking for. Some guys like the skinny with no ass kind of girl or whatever. I'm not saying that she doesn't. She did have one in Fast 6, but
I'm just all I'm going to say is just I hope they do Wonder Woman justice. That's all I'm going to say because she
doesn't have the acting experience, but I mean, I don't know. This isn't like a Dave Bautista in Guardians where you can, or Spectre where you could just say, "Oh, here, this is a simple part. You can play this." She will be leading a movie,
she'll be the whole thing,
or whatever.
so
And it's just,
just do Wonder Woman justice because that character totally
she's a gorgeous woman. I mean, that's for sure. Down, Bradley. I told you down. Jesus Christ.
Hitting that, sorry.
Yes,
sorry,
it's okay.
sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, as I move on here, Independence Day 2. Yeah.
They came back.
I thought my jokes were bad.
Yeah, they pretty much are. Yes, Independence Day 2 is definitely still happening. Roland Emmerich is coming back to direct it. Jeff Goldblum is coming back.
Yes. Fresh off his apartments.com commercials.
Bill Pullman is coming back. Don't know exactly how they're going to fit the president in there. It's been quite a long term for him.
He needs some.
How did you deal with them before?
I think we talked about this before. Liam Hemsworth is going to be in the movie.
I sent a prima donna who didn't want to do this sequel up into space. That's how I beat them.
Yeah. Did you see him? He was actually in The Equalizer. He just randomly popped up in there. He's aged a little bit, but he still looks like Bill Pullman. But anyway, but they have a new main star anyway. His name is Jesse Usher. He's from a movie called Survivor's Remorse. Never heard of him before, but he's going to be portraying the son of Will Smith. Shit.
Smeagol?
There's a quack for you.
Yeah. I'll have to add that in. He is going to portray the son of Will Smith's Stephen Hiller character from the 1996 original. The movie is set to release in June 24th, 2016, almost exactly 20 years from the first film. 20 years. I feel old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to Earth.
It's like, welcome to Earth again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
Where was your sidearm? Seriously.
Yeah. I don't think we need this movie. I'm quite content.
Yeah.
I still want to buy just the regular Blu-ray for the original anyway, but hey, that's just me. Yeah. Anywho, though, so yes, it is happening with one of those sequels that we don't need. Now, a sequel that we do need, and I hope you boys have seen this. Did you ever see MacGruber?
Yes.
Yes. Just tell me what you want me to.
Do you want me to do you? Or you can me? I'll do whatever you want.
Yes. Gruber. It's in the van that I packed on my own with all the C4.
Is it a number 1 or number 2?
An upper decker. MacGruber 2 will be Will Fort's next project after The Last Man on Earth. So we are getting another MacGruber underrated comedy. One of my favorite comedies, probably. I think, or whatever. It's that good. I need to buy that movie. Yeah. What other sequels are happening? There's a movie called Magnificent Seven. You guys, we'll talk about that another time. In 13 Hours, another Michael Bay project. We can talk about this to end it off with. Tomb Raider reboot. Bradley, I'm surprised you didn't say anything about this. Maybe because you didn't want to.
I'm probably trying to avoid it.
I was trying to avoid it, but it is going to happen, though, too. They're trying to fast-track this movie, and the question is,
I think the reason
why?
I think because when they saw the recent, rebooted game of Tomb Raider,
We can make a decent story out of this.
yeah, where it's like, oh wait, they actually did
Be
well.
better than the Daniel Craig version, the Gerard Butler that I heard really sucked.
Oh god,
This goes into our whole discussion about video game adaptations, and honestly,
and how they don't work.
Right now,
sadly.
you have Agent 47 coming out this year.
True.
We heard that another Resident Evil, it's going to probably come out next year, I think.
wouldn't be surprised.
That's going to suck.
Assassin's Creed, Uncharted.
Assassin's Creed could be good because it's got some star power and a credible star.
The only really thing looking that
Warcraft.
I can look to, especially with Warcraft too. With Assassin's Creed, is I remember they did a promo live action bit for Assassin's Creed 2 that aired on like Spike TV at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah.
But again, it's like sci-fi channel level of quality, shall we
Mm.
say? But still, acting wasn't too bad in that one.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm like, where are you going to go with this?
This is my choice for Tomb Raider reboot, Melissa Janicki.
Holy crap.
Dang.
Send me that picture right now. Please.
Australian 100-meter hurdler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Viral video sensation.
Sold.
That's Warcraft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's all kind of names being
How they
thrown
went
away
around.
for this. As long as they don't say Megan Fox on there, I'm okay with it. You know, and if it,
Oh,
if
dear
it,
God, they are
imagine
totally
if
going to
imagine
do
if
that.
Michael Bay put his name on there. I'm going to bring back
Lara Croft.
Well, Megan Fox would at least have the 32-bit look from PlayStation down with those protruding.
Damn them polygons, girl.
She probably has one of the worst British accents known to mankind.
Yeah, so it is going to happen, though. It's only a matter of time. Once I find out more information, I will bring it to you guys.
Warcraft.
Yeah. We got time for a quick one?
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
You want to play rough? Okay. Wildcard, bitches!
Dang, it wasn't the quick one I was thinking of.
Huh? No, it wasn't that. Oof. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this one I am going to surprise you guys with. Not really a shocker, but it is. I want to talk a little bit about House of Cards and just TV. If you guys have caught up on any TV lately,
I haven't been watching it at all.
Better Call Saul, anything like that.
You've been on Better Call Saul, James, haven't you?
I will admit I've been dropping the ball here and there on that one, but I generally actively will on-demand that one. But one I binge watch the hell out of today is Backstrom.
What's that one?
Rainn Wilson from The Office, who played Dwight Schrute.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to talk about the mother of all a-holes in police form, this is the show for you.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Pretty much best way to describe it, alcoholic, emotionally shallow, cigar-smoking, overweight cop who treats everybody like crap around him is also a genius who solves murders.
Huh.
Interesting.
It's got Dennis Haysbert from the Allstate commercials.
Are you in good hand?
The hot...
He was the president, too.
He was.
The hot blonde chick from Scrubs actually just started popping up into the show now.
Huh.
So, but really funny, a lot of good one-liners in there, and for a cop show, it's actually not bad.
What network is that on?
It's on Fox Thursday nights at 8 o'clock.
Okay. All right. Yeah, House of Cards is my one right now, and I'm sorry for you movie guys out there. Yeah, this show it is like watching a movie every time. Really is. If you follow the first couple seasons with this, it picks up right where it left off.
Right on after the other two.
Acting is top notch. Robin Wright has still got a fine ass.
Great ass.
Great ass. Yeah. It just I don't even like politics. I got to tell you right now. I mean,
because they bring in the drama. They're like, excuse all the paperwork.
But it just goes
in
in all different. It's just just the it's a character kind of.
It's the character
driven,
how they did,
and it's just it's kind of dark comedy in there too, or whatever. How he talks. I mean, I only saw clips of how Kevin Spacey was in Advanced Warfare, whatever. But just add him with the South Carolina
exact same thing.
Just add a South Carolina accent in there, and add him talking into the cameras, and it's so funny.
You just tell him to do exactly what he did in the Garden of Good and Evil, and it's the exact same thing. House of Cards is still one of those things. I trust me. I've watched a couple episodes. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
But I see it and go, this is really well done.
Right.
But it's just not my show. But at the same time, it's like it's going to sell. I mean, if you look at the numbers of subscriptions Netflix has gotten since House of Cards has been put up there, it is astonishing, the jump.
Yeah. It's a groundbreaking show. And it goes back, and we've a conversation we've had before about binge watching, too.
Yeah, exactly.
And, I mean, that's kind of like what I'm going to do with Better Call Saul. I'm just going to, wait for that to come out.
Trust me, I got a backlog on Netflix.
Trying that with Arrow. Still in season 2 of that right now. I like Arrow. I'm guilty of it. I mean, Batman. I mean, Arrow. Damn it. Which one is it? It's Batman Begins. Yeah, no.
Smallville again.
Huh? I didn't watch Smallville, but
be thankful. They're
bringing out Supergirl. Did you see Supergirl? Did you see the what comes out? Well, it's coming out on CBS, so I don't have a lot of faith in it right now. Yeah, but she looks hot. I'll give her that. But they're bringing back Dean Cain, which I was like,
oh dear.
No, I loved the new adventures of Lois and Clark.
Terry Hatcher will be broadcasting live from the retirement home.
My boobs don't touch my knees yet.
The Desperate Housewives of Florida. Oh,
Walker
man.
edition.
Oh.
Texas
You didn't say the magic word.
Walker Florida Ranger.
Yeah. And on that note, we better wrap it up here. Yeah. So, recommendations for the week, boys. Go for it.
Surprisingly, I have not gotten to this one in a while now, but The Vanishing of Ethan Carter is as many will call it, a walking simulator, but actually a very well-told narrative-driven gaming experience. Very gorgeous graphics, especially on the PC, which rival pretty much anything the Skyrim mods can able to do. But again, you have to have pretty much a PC to show it off. But actually, very interesting story, very imaginative with the stories that you encounter through finding out what happened to Ethan Carter. Pretty short, sadly, for only being about 4 hours clock time I got in there, but still pretty powerful ending, I must say, especially going into it. But about $15. Again, it came out around best autumn, if I'm not mistaken, but sadly, I didn't get around to it and play it till now. But yeah, totally. If you get a chance out to play it, you want a good spectacle game just to go through and chill and watch. Yeah, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Totally play it.
Okay.
Another TV show that I managed to watch today before I came here that we highly recommend. We mentioned the star of the show, Last Man on Earth on Fox, Sunday nights at 9:30, starring MacGruber's own Will Forte.
Yeah, he's my favorite, Will.
Is he actually the last man on Earth?
I like him better than Will Arnett.
It's
I'm sorry.
It's freaking hysterical. I mean, just within the first 5 minutes, just driving around in a tour bus looking for people, and he's marking X's over all the states he's been on and found no one. Is just, hello? Chinese, hello? I don't speak Spanish, but Spanish, hello? Anybody? And then after watching his misadventures of what he's done thus far, he finds the last woman on Earth. And you can only imagine what hell goes on just in episode 1.
What does she look like is the question.
It's the girl who does the voice of not Tina, the one who wears the pink ears on Bob's Burger. I don't even know the lady's name or anything. Not the best, but
well, when you're the last man on Earth,
yeah, true.
Which he'll explain multiple times before he finds her. So
just tell me what you want me to.
It gets to that level. So
Yeah.
definitely check that out. It was a pretty side split and good time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I will say House of Cards, definitely check up on that. I mean, all 3 seasons are now on Netflix, but if TV is not your thing, then in theaters this weekend is Chappie. Is the Neil Blomkamp movie. It's his 3rd movie. Hopefully he's going to kind of get back to where he was with District 9. And not Elysium. So we shall see what happens with that. It has Sigourney Weaver, Hugh Jackman. I think the guy from Slumdog Millionaire. I know it sounds so bad, but it just is.
Kid,
yeah. And check out the new Avengers Age of Ultron trailer that it's going to be airing during American Crime. Never heard of that before, or who knows what. It's going to be on the banteringbohs.com. Yep. Bottom line, though. So, in the meantime, boys, must be time to end the show.
Yeah.
Jesus. You awake, Bradley?
Yeah.
Oh, now you can go back
I
to
got
bed.
gaming, yeah.
In the meantime, find us at thebantering.bohs.com. There we will find all our latest shows and links to the various social media networks. Gentlemen, have a great week.
And to you
too,
well.
sir.
Stay warm.
Stay warm, yeah.
To everybody listening in the area, Baltimore, D.C., Pennsylvania area, please stay safe, stay off the roads, go just binge watch, go watch some movies on Netflix.
Listen to our show.
Listen to our show first.
Again.
Yes, again and again. And again. And everyone listening, thanks for joining us. As always, we will catch you next week with a brand new episode. Peace out.
Here you go.
Deuces. Hey there, folks. Do make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Bantering Bohs. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/The Bantering Bohs. Thank you, and deuces.